So I recently got back my cards from PSA, so then I bought some bumpers for them. So in this video, I'm going to be putting on some bumpers on all my cards, so that will give them some added protection and make them look amazing while displayed. So let's do that one by one and I'll show you guys the whole process. Alright, so I'm going to start with Charizard SIR from 151 to put the bumper on. So the bumpers I'm using are all from Dragonscale. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with the Dragonscale brand, but I really like their bumpers and I bought a lot of them for my cards. I like the color selection, so if I bunch and match them with the cards that I'm getting. So for the first one, I'm going to break it down and show you guys exactly how I do it, and in the next ones, I'll just put them on and show you guys the before and after. But this is the color that I picked for Charizard. It looks really nice. It matches the background on it, and once you put it on, I think it will look amazing. So let's do that. So to put it on, there's actually two ways to do it. So there's a method to do it. So with these bumpers, there's a front and a back. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but the back is a bit thinner than the front, so you want the front bumper to be a bit bigger, so it really only fits in one direction, with the logo on the left side. So this is the Dragonscale branding that I really like, that they have on their bumpers. We'll slide them in with the logo on the top left. You secure all four corners like that. So put them in. You could turn it around because it's a lot easier to do that. Put 3 of the corners inside and then start fitting it in. And then once you get to the final corner, you gotta just do a little bit of, you gotta use a little bit of force just to peel it over. So once you got it over, you could snap it on and then just fit it like that. So with these, you gotta just fit them in nice and tight, so it goes right over the edge where it sticks in, and you guys could hear it snapping in place. So once it snaps in place, it fits really well and it won't come off. Okay. Almost there. I think it's pretty good. I'm just gonna inspect it one more time to see if we missed a corner or a side. That's how the slab looks now in this Radiant Void bumper. I think it looks amazing. It looks really clean and it really makes the slab pop. And you know, it's like nice and protected. It's a rubber bumper, or like a plastic rubber bumper. So it hopefully nothing happens to the slab, and with this you have this added protection and it looks really nice while you put it on. So next we have this Mega Lucario from Furious Fist, and I picked the Mythic Overheat slab to put on it. So here's the before and here's the after. It looks very clean in this bumper. So these are the Mythic versions. So the one I put on Charizard is the Radiant. They also have a Gradient and then just a solid color. So there's 4 different types of bumpers that you guys could get. So this is the top of the line that you guys could get for the bumpers. If this slab was a 10, it would look amazing in this. Fortunately, it's an 8, but realistically it doesn't really matter. It still looks amazing and the colors really pop and upgrades the look of the slab. So now I got the Genesect SIR from Black Bolt. So with this one, I picked the Radiant Infernal. I think it will look really nice with this one. So here's the before, and here's the after. So it's a bit brighter than I thought, but overall still looks great on it. It does really pop with this one. Although the artwork of Genesect is a bit darker, the bumper is brighter, so it really stands out and the contrast makes it look nice. And I think it looks great. So this was the Radiant Infernal. Next we have End's Plan SIR from Black Bolt again. So with this one I picked out the Radiant Twilight. I think it will look really nice with this one, just putting it on top. It's a white and black bumper, so the Radiant Twilight will look really nice on it. So here is the before and here's the after. So I think it looks really nice with this one. What do you guys think? I know I could have probably used like a neon green or something to complement End's hair. There are colors like that available, but I thought I thought the Twilight Radiant would look really nice with this one. And honestly, when I put it on, I agree it looks pretty nice. Next we have this Glaceon V-Star, one of my favorite slabs that I got back, and for this one I picked out the Mythic Permafrost. I think it will look amazing with this bumper. It will really give it a premium feel. So here is the before and here's the after. So this fits super well with the design of the Glaceon V-Star. This bumper really complements it and levels it up, I think, the most among all the cards that I've tried so far. It gives it this very premium look, and again, this is the Mythic Permafrost, so it is more expensive than the other bumpers, but these Mythic ones, they really did a good job on the color selection, especially once you match it with the right card. It really complements the design. Time for the rainbow birds. So Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. I picked out the Mythic Aftershock for this one. I think it will really complement the rainbow look of it. So here is the before, and here's the after. So with this one, I'm a bit more conflicted with it. I know Dragonscale has another version that's like a mythic rainbow looking bumper, so that probably would have looked a bit nicer on this, but it's not a bad looking bumper. It just, I think this bottom color doesn't really match with the rainbow effect, but overall still pretty cool. So next we have the Yanmega SIR from Destin Rivals. So for this one, I'm actually using the gradient version, so just the Venom. I think Venom really works with Yanmega. We'll test it out and we'll see how it looks. So here is the before, and here's the after. So with this one, I don't think it works that well, just because it's a neon green versus like maybe a darker green for Yanmega. If it was a darker green, I think it would look a little bit better, but it's not a bad color, and Venom just fits with the Yanmega. So how do you guys like it? Next, we have the Pikachu promo card from the Paldier Adventure Chest. So for this one, I picked out the Radiant Wish. I think this will really complement the slab, so let's give it a try. So here is the before, and here's the after. So what do you guys think? I like it. It makes the card pop, I think, and it's a bit brighter than, again, what I thought. But I don't know how it looks on camera. In person, it's a bit brighter than the actual card artwork. So maybe it could have been a bit darker, or it could have been like a green, a yellow to a green, or maybe I could have picked a different color. But overall, not a bad choice. Time for the Gyarados EX from Breakpoint. So for this one, I picked out the Gradient Pyro. So I think this will really complement Gyarados, and although the slab is mostly blue, Gyarados himself is the red Gyarados, or the shiny Gyarados, so the red from the Pyro will look amazing on it, I think. So here's the before, and here's the after. So I really like how this turned out. It really complements the red Gyarados, and the bumper really makes it stand out. It takes the card from looking like a regular EX to a very premium looking card. It complements it really well, and what do you guys think? Time for the Wailord IR from Journey Together. So for this one, I picked out the Radiant Dream. I think this will really complement it with the purple accents in the card, and the purple bumper and the blue for Wailord himself. So let's test it out. So this is the before, and here's the after. So what do you guys think? I think, again, the bumper, it might be a bit too bright for the actual card, but it still works pretty well. It does make the card pop a lot more, and yeah, I mean, I think the color choice does work overall, because there's hints of purple in the card, and the blue also works really well. Maybe I could use a different bumper to accentuate the sunset happening in the background. But again, that's really the point of the bumper. It's how you guys want to play with the card itself. If I put a completely different bumper on this, like an orange or a red, it would make the card look so much more different. Next, we have the Blastoise Ultra Rare or Full Art EX from 151. So for this one, I picked out the Radiant Aqua. Just makes sense. Aqua, Blastoise, you know. So here's the before, and here's the after. So I think it looks really nice. In comparison, there are these two bumpers. So I was initially thinking of putting the Aqua for Glaceon, but I really like the Permafrost, Mythic Permafrost, instead of the Aqua for Glaceon, and the Aqua for Blastoise fits a lot nicer in comparison. So you guys could see, like, the Glaceon one is a lot darker and looks a lot more premium. The Aqua one, it's a lot lighter look, and it works better on like a lower end card like this, so that's the difference. Alright, next we have the Nidoking IR from 151. So for this one, I'm going to use a bit of a different logic for it. So I'm going with the Gradient Midnight. So this is really like a gray to a black bumper. And I think it will really make it look premium and make it stand out a lot more, make the card like just pop, because it is a bit of a darker and more like maybe monotone card. But with this bumper, I think it will give it a really nice look. So here's the before, and here's the after. So really different. I could have gone with like a purple bumper. I was actually initially looking at a purple bumper for the Nidoking, but I thought I would try something different. Could have also gone with the green, but what do you guys think? I think it gives it a different look, honestly. Maybe more premium, and it's really up to the collector or a personal choice. Alright, next we have the Rayquaza VMAX from Crown Zenith. So for this one, I'm going out of left field, and I'm going to pick this color. So Radiant Ethereal. So let's try it out. So here's the before, and here's the after. I think a darker bumper would have looked a lot nicer for this one, but nonetheless, what do you guys think? Alright, next we have the White Kirim GX from Dragon Majesty. So for this one, I think this bumper is the one to go with. Radiant Voltage looks really nice. I think this will really complement it, and let's try it out. So here's the before, and here's the after, and here's the after. So this is a situation where the bumper really upgrades the card. Like, look how good that looks. The voltage, the radiant voltage has the yellow going into the black, so it looks really nice. Whenever the bottom of the bumper is darker, I think it gives it a more premium look. So that's what a lot of these bumpers are like. And in this situation, and it gives this affordable card a very expensive look. Alright, so next we have the Tag Team Slowpoke and Psyduck GX. So unfortunately, only got a 6. So for this one, I'm going to go with the Gradient Frost. I think a more subtle or gradient bumper is probably better rather than a radiant or a mythic. So let's try it out. So here is the before, and here's the after. So I like it. I really like it. And there are versions of this in the Radiant with like the sparkles, but I think this more subtle bumper works for a 6. If this was a 10, maybe it would go with like a Mythic or a Radiant, but a Gradient looks better on a lower end card maybe. But again, it's up to the collector. Alright, next we have the Trainer Gallery Pikachu from Lost Origins. So for this one, again, I'm going to do Voltage again for it. I know I'm doubling up, but I think this Radiant Voltage will look amazing on this card. So here is the before, and here's the after. So again, this is the perfect choice for this card. It really works out with the Trainer and Pikachu in this card. It really works. This is one of my favorite color bumpers, honestly. The voltage looks really well when it's done on a nice card like this. This color choice is really nice on a lot of these cards, like the Pikachu cards, and of course it's called Voltage, so it just makes sense. So next we have the Snivy from Black Bolt Illustration Rare. For this one, I'm going to go with Solar. So again, this is a situation where the bumper and card art will really work together, and you could pick what element you want to highlight. So I could have gone with the green bumper, but for this one, I'm going to go with the Solar because it's more like a sunset look for the card, and I think it will really make the card stand out. So here's the before, and here's the after. Maybe I missed the mark on the sunset look. The Solar, it's a lot brighter than a sunset. It's more like a bright sun, but still looks really nice. And I could have gone with a different color, but I think this one works. So what do you guys think? So next we have the Pikachu IR from 151. So for this one, I'm going to go with something different again. Gradient Sandstorm. So let's try it out, and I'll give you my verdict. So here's the before, and here's the after. So this bumper works well on this card because it's a bit of a subtle looking look. It's not one of the very bright looking Pikachus. So I think this color choice looks really well. But what do you guys think? Sandstorm for Pikachu? Alright, so the next card I have is the Gardevoir SIR from base set. So for this one, I'm going to go with Radiant Aurora. I think it will really complement it with the green and the pink. I mean, that's really Gardevoir's color style. So here is the before, and here's the after. So one thing I realized is the bumper is actually backwards, I think. So the packaging is designed like that, but the logo is on the top left, which is the orientation of the slab. So I think it looks amazing. It's one of the this really complements the Gardevoir, and it really stands out. It takes it up to the next level. So what do you guys think? So next we have the Lapras Galarian Gallery from Crown Zenith. So for this one, I picked out the Radiant Wish. I think it will look really nice, and let's try it out. So here is the before, and here's the after. So this really works well with this card. You got the yellow and the turquoise that really complements the card itself. I mean, there with this so with this version, there's also the radiant version, and then there's the gradient version. So here's the difference between the two. So with the radiant ones, you get the sparkles and the white dots on it. With the regular gradient version, it's just a subtle gradient. So what do you guys think between the two? Which one do you prefer? I could use either or on these cards. I could have even swapped them. They probably would have looked better swapped, but nonetheless, I think both versions work really well. So next we have the Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. So for this one, I picked out the Radiant Magma. I'm sure this bumper will look really nice on it, but here is the before, And here's the after. So really, this was the easiest choice I could have made. For shiny Charizard, this is the perfect bumper. You got the orange going into the black with the radiant sparkles in the background. Looks really well on this card, so super easy choice. Time for another Charizard. So we have the Charizard V-Star from Crown Zenith. So for this one, I'm gonna go with the Gradient Blaze. I think this will look really nice. It's just an orange to like a dark orange bumper in a gradient. So let's try it out. Here's the before. And here's the after. So again, looks really nice on this. Very easy choice. An orange bumper for a Charizard card just works really well with, especially with this gradient that goes from like the brighter orange into a light orange into a dark orange. It looks really nice. So what do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. Alright, so next we have the Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. So this was already bumpered when I bought the card, so I'm just going to double bumper it. But this was the Gradient Void color, so I don't have the packaging for it, but let's just put it back on and show you guys how well it looks. So here's the before. And here's the after. So again, it looks really nice. And this is a card that I bought with the bumper on it. And this was the first time I tried out the Dragonscale bumpers. So this was the reason why I bought all the other ones. I really like this. I really like the bumpers, and from using them on all these cards, I really recommend them. Finally, we have this Skylar. Finally I picked up this full art trainer Skylar from Shining Fates, and I just wanted to put a bumper on it. So I picked out the Gradient Chaos. I think it will look really nice on it. Here's the before, and here's the after. So just a simple bumper colorway, so from the red to the purple. I think it looks decent, so what do you guys think about it? I mean, it's not a very expensive slab, so maybe it could go with like a solid colorway, but nonetheless, that works. Alright, so finally I forgot to show you guys this, but I have this PSA Dragon Ball slab, so I put on the Gradient Flux on it because I think it looks really nice and it works well with this card. This is the Father Son Kamehameha Gohan. And we got the Gohan colorway, so we got the purple with the yellow top, so obviously his clothing is purple, Super Saiyan hair is yellow, so I thought it looked great. I've been keeping this in the PC for a while now, so I just wanted to show you guys how it looks with the bumper on. I mean, I'm not going to do it before and after because it's already on the bumper, but it's already on the slab, so that's that. Alright, so what do you guys think? Honestly, I personally love these bumpers, and I think they really take the slabs up to the next level. These are some of the ones that I want to highlight again to you guys. Some of my favorite ones, and I think the bumper really complements the card itself and makes it stand out. So first of all, we have the Pikachu from Lost Origin. If it was a 10, I'd keep it in the PC. I love this card. I think the bumper really works well with this card. Next is my favorite one of all, the Glaceon from Crown Zenith. I think this bumper really gives it a very premium look. It matches the card very well, and honestly, this is probably my favorite card of the whole lot. Next is another one that's a bit different, but I think it really works well with the background of this Charizard from 151. The purple to black Void Radiant guard works really well with it, and it's very high quality, very premium looking. And finally, we have the Rainbow Birds from Hidden Fates. So this is a bumper that I'm really on the edge about, but what do you guys think? I'm gonna leave this up to you guys to decide if you like the way it turned out or if another bumper color would be better for this card. Dragonscale does have a rainbow bumper, but it was sold out, so I couldn't get it, but this one I think works pretty well with it. So really, that's about it. So honestly, I like the bumpers. I think they add a really nice look on it, gives it an added protection, and if you could get some, I would highly recommend it for your personal collection or for selling. It does help a lot when you sell a card to have a bumper on it. It really highlights the card and makes it stand out among other cards. But that's it. So what do you guys think? As always, please drop a like if you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you guys are new here, and share this video with anyone that you guys think might find it useful. And thank you for watching.